today, it is a brownie that you can say, I had brownies for breakfast, like I did this morning. And but I quickly had to explain that my brownies are grain-free, flour-free, fat-free. The only sugar is a natural local honey, which you can change up for a vegan. Use maple syrup or any other liquid sweetener you prefer. So the first thing you do is you start with one banana and you mash it up, which I already have done in the bowl. One banana mashed up as good as you can get it. And then we're going to add coconut manna, not butter, but Manna by Nutiva. This is the best brand I've been able to find on the market. It is yummy, just off a spoon. Keep it at room temperature because, and also your banana should be at room temperature, because if you mix the coconut manna with something cold, then it'll, the fat particles will get like really hard and you won't be able to mix it in. And if that happens, then just set this bowl in some hot water and let it come to room temperature, melt a little bit. So we're adding a half a cup of coconut manna made by Nutiva. We're going to mash this together because it's really important to start getting the coconut manna mixed in with other things, because it just it's easier, make it more a softer paste to get everything else put in there. And it mix it with just bananas in those hard coconut parts. Mix in better. So we got that mixed in real well. Now the original recipe called for a flax egg, which is 2 tablespoons of fresh ground flax and 2 tablespoons of water. What I did was I put in 6 tablespoons fresh ground flax and no water. Because just gives it some fiber, because there's no fiber in here except for the star ingredient, which is zucchini. So we got that mixed in some. We're going to sweeten it, as I mentioned before, with 1/4 cup of one of our local honey, pure honey, Mayaka's Gold. And they have a website, Facebook page, Mayaka's Gold Apiary. So if you live in Manatee, Sarasota counties, look them up. It was tasty, very tasty. Local honey. Okay, so now we have the honey in. And while we're mixing up that, we have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, pre-measured. And we have 1 teaspoon of just our favorite local vanilla. Okay. And also 1/4 cup of regular cocoa. Now, if you want, really don't need to use black cocoa unless maybe you wanted to switch up and replace the coconut manna with an avocado. Throw in a little bit, like about 1/4 of your chocolate, make it black chocolate, and that'll help cover up the green avocado. So yeah, that was, I meant to mention that when I was putting in the coconut manna, that you could, instead of using coconut manna, you could use peanut butter, or we haven't tried avocado yet, but that's our next recipe. We're going to try an avocado, see how that comes. So if you do that, okay, I said it wrong. I have to cut all that out. So I meant to talk earlier about what you could replace the banana with, because banana does have a lot of sugar and calories in it. You could use a avocado. I would use a whole small avocado. It's probably about 2/3 cup once you mash the banana. You could use applesauce, but you might want to put a little more sweetness into the honey if you cut the banana, if you like them sweet. Or you could add some dates. You could add a couple of dates and mash those in there to sweeten it and replace some of the banana ingredient. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to show you what I mean about the coconut butter. If you'll see all the little white specks, that is little parts of the fat in the coconut manna. And I've had that happen before, and I found that if I just baked it and let it go, we're good. So the last two ingredients is 1/4 cup of your favorite chocolate chip. And this is the important step for the zucchini, is we are going to grate the zucchini. And after we grate it, we're going to squeeze as much water as we can out of one zucchini, or approximately 1 cup grated. And I'm just going to do it right here on this wonderful, clean, sanitary tabletop. So, and it's just one zucchini. You know, I just don't want to get out the whole food processor thing, because after all, it just cleans up with a very mild soapy water. Actually, I gotta confess, a lot of times I don't even use soap if I'm doing just veggies. I just make sure I wipe them really good, because after all, there's no fat, there's no gluten to get rid of. Bam. Okay, so now that does look like, to me, a cup. So I'm going to take about 1/4 cup at a time of this wonderful grated zucchini, and I'm just going to squeeze it. Just going to squeeze it and get whatever kind of water I can get out of it. See, there it comes. And throw it in the pan. Then we're just going to mix it up. Fill our cupcake pan with 1/4 cup of scoop per cupcake. And we're going to bake it at 375 for 20 minutes. And if you like them a little extra crispy, then just cook them until they crisp up a little more on the edges. Because it's you're going to find this brownie's tasty. The chocolate chips are going to make you think of lava cake, especially when you eat it warm. Yeah, good stuff. So bake it 20 minutes for 375. And then due to the moistness of the recipe, it's one of those things, it really is best if you let it cool off before you try to get them out of the pan. But we're not going to do that, no, are we? We're going to get a butter knife and we're going to dig into that pan where they're hot. Okay, so now all we're going to do is mix it up really well. And any of you are thinking, going, oh, zucchini, really? Well, this brownie, your kids are going to come back for more. Guaranteed. You know, I have a lot of friends that stop by the house, and they want, of course, something to eat. So I'll give them one of these brownies and not necessarily tell them how healthy it is. And I had one friend a couple weeks ago. She said, "That's the best brownie I've ever had in my whole life." And she was, you know, a Betty Crocker in a box brownie girl. So I thought that was pretty awesome, because real food always tastes better than food that's really not real or nutritious. Isn't that true? Isn't that right? So, now it looks a little green, and you can see the zucchini, but once it cooks, you won't even be able to tell by looking at it that there is zucchini in it. And you can feed it to the children. They'll never know. Okay, we have oil under the table. Can I have a paper towel, please? I forgot to plan for oiling the pan. Normally, I just keep coconut oil at home. It's great. It doesn't take much, but today, because it was the only thing within reach, we're going to use Nutiva's organic MCT oil. And which that means it's from coconut. MCT is, without doing my research and reminding me, but it's a nutrition, nutrient found in coconut oil that's really, really good for the brain. It's like excellent for the brain. It's pricey. You'd probably pay $80 for this gallon here, retail. Yep. Okay, so actually I didn't need to oil all these because I only made the one batch and I should have known better. I realized that they're so good, you should make 2 batches. If you have 3 kids, I'd make 3 batches. And they keep in the refrigerator really well for days. Days and days and days. So we have half a cup. No, quarter of a cup. 1/4 of a cup brownie mix per cup in here. And I'm going to skip around to something I learned a long time ago from somewhere. Read it in a magazine when magazines were popular to read. Yeah, to leave a space in between them so that they sort of cook evenly. You know, they all have the same amount of space in between them and all that fun stuff. But it's not going to work out perfectly, see? Because I still got 2 or 3 more. So I'll just take the corner here. Looks like I got one more. Oh, I meant to put one in this wonderful heart shape over here. So Manna could take a beautiful picture. See how that one cooks up. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one recipe made 8 of the best, healthiest chocolate brownies on the planet. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Come back, like us, and keep up with us. We're always doing something tasty. Bye. Are we ready to rock and roll? Cut! So this is what Slow Foods Kitchen does to help you learn how to eat fun and tasty, yummy. So today.